What's up guys, this is ElvisLifts and welcome back to another video. So in my recent video there was a comment in the comment section down below that I should do a Q&A, and I decided why not. It has been a while since I did my last Q&A, so I decided why not. Let's do a Q&A. So I got a couple of questions prepared here and we're gonna go through them and we'll see if I will answer all of them, because I'm not sure how much in depth I will go in each answer, but we'll see. So let's start up with introduction. So basically my name is Elvis, I am 26 years old, I am from country named Latvia, which is in Baltic states. It's in Europe. For those people who have no idea where it is, I will show it on the map. I will show a picture on the screen. So basically this is where I'm from, and I think most guys don't know where that is, but maybe now you will. And a lot of people ask my height, even though I have answered that question many times. I understand that it's important to know my height, because in calisthenics the taller you are, the more difficult all the exercises are. So basically it's a very important factor in calisthenics in general. So I am 189 meters long, and in imperials that is 6'2" feet. 6'2" basically. So yeah. So my previous background in lifting weights and in powerlifting in general, so I haven't really talked too much about it, so I will give you guys a little breakdown how I ended up working out at all and everything. I think the first time that I started working out was when I was in 5th grade, and I was going to running trainings. I think I was training for the track or something, I'm not exactly sure, but I did go to some trainings in running and in sprinting and stuff like that. And by doing that I kind of discovered that I can lift weights somehow, and I didn't have any access to the gym, but what I did was I created my own bench, and I took a wood and we put on each side a tire with we put the tire on each side, and basically we lifted that way, and that's how it started pretty much. We started only with the bench press like most guys, but after the time we figure out how to do squats as well. I don't think we deadlifted at the very start, but yeah, it's like 5th grade, so I was like 14 years old or something, so very young. It was not serious. We went from time to time to do something, but it was nothing serious. And I started that way, and then slowly over time, I think in I was almost finishing up elementary school when I started to go to real gym, and actually some guys who already been lifting and knew what they were doing actually taught me a couple of things here and there, and that is how I started going into the gym. And they were powerlifters, so they taught me the powerlifting style of training, and I loved it. And over time that passion grew on me, and I knew this is what I love to do in my life. So basically from that point on, from the 9th grade, I pretty much went to the gym occasionally. I would say I was still not super consistent. I would go for a half a year, and then I would quit maybe for 2 months or 3 months in the summer break or something, and then I will start to going again and so on. And I would say I was a good sport about it. I always did my squat days, you know, I always did the leg days, I always did the deadlifts. Most guys skip those days and so on. I always was very responsible about it, but when I quit, you know, for 2 months I did do nothing and so on. So that is why this time when I started doing calisthenics, like 14 months ago, last summer pretty much, when I started doing them, I decided, no, this time I'm gonna be 100% consistent without taking any breaks, always going to the workouts, always doing my stuff. And by creating this YouTube channel, actually it made me even more disciplined, because there's people watching me, relying on me, and they are looking at me, and I have no other choice but to be consistent. And this is perfect for me, because this is the way for me to actually be 100% consistent. So yeah, But that is the powerlifting, and I would say I trained for a long time, and I did some pretty decent numbers. I can show you a couple videos on the screen how I did the powerlifting. Obviously my form in the start wasn't the best, but over time I figured out everything, and for the most part I think, not for the most, for all my time in powerlifting I didn't have a single injury. And even now the only reason why I got the injury is because I did a YouTube video which was called From 0 to 100 muscle ups in one workout, and that insane volume in muscle ups and not the perfect form, because I'm still developing my muscle up form, was the reason why my shoulder got injured. So what I suggest for you two guys is to don't go too crazy in volume, because the two issues that I had in my entire life with the injuries are both from too much volume. The first one was 1000 push-ups, also for a YouTube video, and the second was just what I told you. So both injuries were basically because I did too much. So don't do too much volume, and don't do crazy stunts and stuff like that as well, but that's the way for me with the injuries. So the next question that I have prepared is, why did I choose calisthenics? Why just not go on a cut and continue going to the gym lifting weights? Why did I switch over to calisthenics suddenly? And that is pretty tough question. I'm not exactly 100% sure, but what I did, I had this part where I usually film my videos and everything, and I listened to David Goggins' book, which Can Hurt Me, which inspired me to start this YouTube channel, to start grinding and everything. It's the main motivation for me to change my life. And I went to the pull-up bar, basically. I remember, I still have the videos, and I filmed myself doing those, where I did those 2 pull-ups and everything. Those are my first days that I filmed myself, and when I started doing everything consistently, and I decided this is the time to change my life. And when I did those pull-ups and went again next week and so on, I somehow slowly fell in love with the calisthenics, and I tried the muscle up, I couldn't do it, and I just felt like it's a fun way to train, a really fun way to train, because you can do a lot of skills, but it also helps you build muscle if you do the way that calisthenics and so on. And somehow I fell in love with the sport. And obviously I'm not some super advanced calisthenics athlete who can do front levers, some one-arm pull-ups and stuff like that, but I am your average guy who just loves training and shows what to do. I have the knowledge, I have the experience, and I have the passion for the sport, and that is why I think I will be able to have success in the sport, even though I'm very tall. I'm very heavy as well for calisthenics. Most guys who are professionals in this sport are weighing 70 kilograms, 65 kilograms. 75 kilograms is the highest number pretty much, and I am 95. I was 115 almost kilograms when I started, so think about it. I'm not made for calisthenics. My body is too tall, I'm too heavy for it, but I don't have to do all these advanced moves right away. So I don't think that's the most important thing, is to do front levers and stuff. It's about being persistent, being consistent, and just improving yourself in general. That is the idea of fitness and health, and just showing good example for you guys as well. So that is why I think I will still do calisthenics, even though maybe it will take a very long time for me to learn the advanced moves. But that really doesn't matter to me. As long as I'm progressing, as long as I'm improving, that is all that actually matters for me. And I just somehow fell in love also with the idea that calisthenics use a lot of abs, a lot of core, because when I went to the gym I never actually did any ab work, and my core was extremely weak, even though the core is involved in the squats, in the deadlift. I somehow still was very weak in core. And one of the parts of that may be due to my genetics, because my core was always my weak point, even now. But the calisthenics improved my core tremendously. Now my core is a lot stronger, a lot tighter. So I'm very thankful for calisthenics for that as well. And that is definitely one of the reasons why I started doing it. And yeah, That is why. So the next question I have prepared is one of most frequent asked questions, is how often do I do cardio? And the cardio I usually do, I would say on average 3 to 4 times a week, but there's sometimes when I do it more and sometimes I do it less. But I wouldn't say I do less than twice a week. Twice a week is a minimum, I think, and the most I do is maybe 5 times a week. And the type of cardio I do is running and bike riding. And the time and duration that I usually have for cardio session is 45 to 60 minutes. That's the average. I have run more. I have run the half marathon. I even did the marathon and I have a video on it. It's actually my third YouTube video that I did, that I ran my first marathon. But I ran 35 kilometers and then I walked the rest 7. But yeah, that's what I do for cardio. And what can I say, that cardio actually helps you with the gains in general, and it's very healthy way for your heart, for your cardiovascular endurance and everything. It's a great way to keep yourself in shape, and cardio is must have in my opinion. And that is why I suggest everyone to do at least cardio somewhat, at least twice a week, I would say, is the recommended amount for the cardio for anyone. Even the big guys, the bodybuilders, they still do some cardio, they do some walking and stuff. And sorry about the wind and everything, I can't help it. The weather is pretty bad today. So luckily I did my back and core workout yesterday, because today we have a really bad weather. And yeah, that is the cardio. So the next question is how long I work out in general. Well, I touched on that topic already, and I would say in total I am working out from, let's say, 16 years, so 10 years in total. From 16 I started messing around in the gym, and now I'm 26 and I'm doing calisthenics. So 10 years roughly, with the breaks obviously, not super consistent and so on, but I still was very responsible, as I said, and that definitely made a big difference in my opinion. So the next question I have prepared is my favorite calisthenics exercise. And I would say that is muscle ups. I really love muscle ups. They feel so cool when you do them, and they're also very dynamic and difficult exercise. I still haven't mastered them completely, and muscle ups is a great exercise. I really love it. So let's touch on the last question that I have prepared, because the video will be too long otherwise, and that is my ultimate long-term goals. So what is my ultimate goal? Yes, I have some short-term goals. I had some goals for 2020 that I have a video on, and I will also make the video on my next year goals. But I also have some ultimate goals in my head, and that is to be very successful in calisthenics, in growing my YouTube community, growing my YouTube channel and my Instagram, and just make a living from this lifestyle alone. Right now I'm doing full-time job, and it's pretty good job. I like it and stuff, but it's definitely not my passion, and it's definitely not something that I can do together with the calisthenics lifestyle. It would be a lot easier for me to just do this, then I could focus a lot more on stretching. I could focus a lot more on, let's say, do more cardio walks, because I just have more time, I just have more free time. I would have better sleep, because I'm still doing like a semi-night shifts, which are definitely ruining my sleep cycles and everything. And it would be amazing if I would just be able to make a living from this alone, and I could focus 100% in calisthenics and in fitness in general, and that would elevate my calisthenics game 100%. And that is my ultimate goal, to have a living from this, and helping people out and giving away as much good information as I can, so the most people can get in shape and get in general healthier. And also I would love to get better equipment so my video quality improves. So maybe I have a cameraman in the future who helps me filming videos and so on. And I would love to have a microphone here so my sound is better, the video quality could be better, my editing skills also need some improvement. There's so much things to work on, and obviously it will take time, but I will be very consistent. I will never give up, and I think that will lead to success, because if you are very stubborn in something and you're very persistent, there's no way you're not going to be successful in that area. So we're just going to keep grinding, keep doing this, and hopefully in future we'll be successful. And that is my pretty much ultimate goal, to grow a huge YouTube channel. For 2020 I had the goal to have 5,000 subscribers, and we already surpassed that number, which I'm very happy about. And in December I will make a video and will set a goal in subscribers and everything in 2021. So that is it for this Q&A. I will answer some questions in the next one as well. I will most likely create some Q&As once in a while. And thank you guys for watching this video. Leave a comment in the comment section down below what you like to see next. Maybe ask some questions what you like to know, and I see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching, guys.